What up, what up, what up, Unbreakable Kicks Army. Last night, I know I dropped a late video, so I apologize. So, for those who did not catch the video yesterday, I gave y'all some sneakers that haven't even dropped yet, but you can get them for retail plus tax right now. A couple of the shoes is going to be a little bit over retail. Some of the joints was a little bit below retail, so if you don't feel like waiting because of all these pushbacks, make sure y'all go and check out that video. Also, Army, I got something big coming up for the next Whatnot live stream. I've been hearing y'all been saying, break, we want these, we want this, we want a PE. Just wait for it, okay? So make sure that y'all go ahead, click the link down there, my Whatnot link. You sign up for Whatnot, you get $10 towards your first purchase, and make sure you bookmark my live stream that's coming up this Wednesday. You do not want to miss it. If y'all looking for some heat, I'm pulling out the heat for y'all, okay? I'm pulling out the heat, so make sure y'all bookmark that next Whatnot live stream. Now also, Army, I know it's been a minute since we did one of our Throwback Thursday joints. And this year that we're going to talk about today, I can't wait for Thursday, so let's hit them with a way back Wednesday. So this year, we're going to do 2012. Now, 2012, I was in this, like, into the sneakers, like knowing the numbers, knowing the release dates, you know, just being the sneakerhead that I've become now. I would say this is probably when I was really starting to camp out for shoes, because y'all know in 2011 with the Concords, that woke up the beast in your boy, and I'm like, I'm not missing no more hot releases. So with that being said, Army, let's jump right into 2012, 10 years ago. But for January 21st, 2012, we got the Air Jordan 10 Chicagos. Now, this is not the double nickel joints with the 45 on the back. This was one of the first pairs that I got my pops as far as sneakers, because y'all already know my pop's favorite number is the Air Jordan 10. So I remember copping me a pair and copping him a pair of these Air Jordan 10 Chicagos. And retail on these joints was $160. Now, I currently do not have the 2012 pair. I got the double nickel pair, but we'll see those within the next couple videos, because I want to say those dropped around like 2015. Now we about to jump over there to Sneaker Files, and here go All-Star Weekend. And now that I know, like, every All-Star Weekend we get a lot of dope shoes, it makes sense, because there was a lot of heat dropping around All-Star Weekend even 10 years ago. And we're going to start with the Air Jordan 10 White Old Royal Stephs. Now, these dropped February 11, 2012. Retail was $150 on these. Now, hear me out, Army. Hear me out. Every member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated had these joints on campus. We all had the Air Jordan 10 Royals, and it's crazy to think that I no longer even have these. And the reason being was because when these sat for a little bit, that patent leather on that side panel started to yellow. But to be honest, I need these joints back in the vault. And it's a couple other ones that I got rid of, like my Air Jordan 10 Black Cats. I got rid of my Air Jordan 10 Red Steels. And the only reason why I got rid of those, not because those are from 2005, but because they were a size 10.5. And when it comes to retro 10s, I need either that 11 or that 11.5 for sure. But again, the Air Jordan 10 Royal Steels, those joints dropped February 11, 2012. Let's move on. Next shoe dropped that same day. We got the Air Jordan 4 Retro Grade School. Now, these was the Voltage Cherry White Black. If these joints was to drop today, these joints will go crazy. Go crazy. We see the craziness for the Air Jordan 4s now, especially the women's exclusive, because a lot of women rock Air Jordan 4s now. And look at the price. These cost $110. Grade School Retro 4s now are up to $150. So we've seen a $40 increase over the last 10 years. Next up, we got the Air Jordan 4 White Cement Tech Grade. Now, these dropped February 18th, 2012. Retail was $160. I remember waking up. We just had Cotton Club at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, man. Shout out to my alma mater. It was Cotton Club weekend. This was on a Friday. All the bros went out to whatever party we had. And then that following day, I had to wake up to go cop these. And of course, y'all know I picked up my pair. Now, the thing about these that a lot of people didn't like was that the cement gray was a lot darker than the OGs. These, of course, had the Jumpman on the back, too. We already know they sold out, but just the different colors and the cement and things of that nature really did throw off a lot of these shoes. And that's why I feel like a lot of people are so hip to the newer twist that Jordan Brand has thrown on to the OGs, especially like the Fire Red 3s that we get in either August or September, whatever date them dropping. A lot of people have been prone to that black elephant print that when we actually get something that's close to the OG, it looks foreign to us. Again, everybody went crazy for these Air Jordan 4 white cements, and for retail to be $160, man, y'all know what we'll do to get our retros like this. If the Retro 4 white cement was a drop today, this probably be a $230, $240 shoe all day. Now, Army, in my previous videos like this, I went over some of like the Team Jordans and like the CP3s and the Mellows, but we gonna skip through all those and we just gonna go straight to the joints. So we got the Air Jordan 2012 Deluxe Year of the Dragon. Those dropped February 23rd, 2012, and retail was $223. Now, of course, these were more on his signature line, and that's the only reason why I'm showing you guys these. But a lot of them joints, man, was god awful. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. Also dropped on February 24, 2012. February was stacked. You got the Air Jordan 1 Dave Whites, and I need to get these back, Army. I recently seen a pair of these at SneakerCon LA, and I seen a pair of these when I went to New York and I did that Flight Club video. If y'all haven't seen either two, make sure y'all go and check out my SneakerCon LA video, because that was a banger, and make sure y'all go and check out my shopping video at Flight Club. But the Dave Whites, the only reason why I wasn't really rocking with these was, of course, this was a time when we didn't get Nike Air on the tongue, and we always had that Jumpman on the heel of the shoe. But just now, looking at these, like, this is one of the first big collabs that Jordan Brand had on a Retro 1. And y'all see the price on these was $175. And again, this was 10 years ago, so this price right here for $175 is a lot closer to the price that we actually have now on Air Jordan 1s. Moving on to March, Army, I could not stand these Air Jordan 8.0s. These, to me, were some of the worst looking just joints that they put out, and they wanted $150 for these, man. I ain't gonna talk about them more because I couldn't stand them. It was just crazy that they actually dropped those. Next up, we got the Air Jordan 14 Candy Canes. These dropped March 10th, 2012. Retail was $160. If they would have dropped the Candy Canes today, I feel like the Candy Canes, you know, would still have a bang for its buck. When they dropped them a few years ago, I feel like it didn't pick up to The Last Dance. It took The Last Dance documentary for a lot of people to put respect on these OG signature sneakers, and I did have the 2012 pair of the Air Jordan 14 Candy Canes, but once the newer joints came out, I want to say I got rid of them. Next up, we got the Air Jordan 10 Stealth. These joints dropped March 24, 2012. Retail was $160. As y'all see now, Army, make sure y'all go back and check out some of the older videos. I want to say I started this at 2008, maybe. Either 2008 or 2009. And back then, we were only getting maybe like 20 retro releases a year. But now, as y'all can see, we getting like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks for a retro drop. So now we starting to see when they started to like really throw these retro releases at us. Now, I wasn't a fan of the Air Jordan 10 Stealths at all. My best friend, who just graduated from medical school, he wore these joints to the ground. He wore these joints. We was literally on the phone talking about these because he had these, the military fours, and he had the Air Jordan 13 playoffs. I had sold him a pair of the playoff 13s that came out 2011, and bruh, and the playoffs was my personal pair. I think I gave them to him for like retail, but he beat all three of these to the ground, y'all. Now, he not like me as far as cleaning them and making sure, you know, you put them back in the box. He literally destroyed those, and once I seen how beat his Air Jordan 10 Stealths was, I'm like, yeah, bro, I would never like this shoe. Alright, y'all, April 21st, 2012, we had the Air Jordan 12 Retro Playoffs. As y'all seen, 10 years later, we got the Air Jordan 12 Playoffs, but closer to the OG. These were a little bit different. They had a different color Jumpman on the bottom of the shoe, and the heel tab was a different color as well. So, again, just how they did with the Air Jordan 4 white cements in 2012 with the darker color cement, the Air Jordan 12 Playoff from 2012 was nothing like the OG either. And it's just crazy because I wasn't that hip to like knowing what shoe was closer to the OG. So I'm just like, man, we got the joints that Mike put on feet. You know what I'm saying? Not really knowing the difference in the colors or, you know, the shape of the shoe and things of that nature. All right, for the first drop of May, we got the Air Jordan 11 Retro Low Cherries. Retail was 140 bucks on these, and these right here are the reason that we get in the Air Jordan. Hey, that makes sense. Because it's the 10-year anniversary of the Air Jordan 11 Low Cherry. It's the last time we got it. Now that's why they are giving us the Air Jordan 11 Cherry Highs. Mugs went crazy for these. I remember when these joints dropped, and these joints instantly sold out. It's just something about Retro 11 Lows that a lot of people just rock with. Now the next shoe, Army, is one of the shoes that's very close and dear to my heart. And I still have my original pair from 2012. And it's crazy to think that I camped out for 8 hours for this shoe 10 years ago. We got the Air Jordan 4 calves. Now, I have put these on the ground. I camped out 8 hours. I remember when the mall in Champaign closed. We literally waited outside from the time the mall closed to the time that the mall opened back up. And I say it was 8 hours because, of course, you know, getting in the car, getting out the car, etc. They only had 12 pairs of these in Champaign when these dropped. And they only dropped at the finish line in Champaign. And I was lucky enough to get a pair. Retail was 160 bucks. And that's probably why I've never sold these. First and foremost, I just love this shoe. And I wish that they would do a white version of this as well. And to be honest, if they were to do it, probably look just like the Air Jordan 3 Knicks. These were sleepers too. These were sleepers. I'm not sure what the price of these are right now, but I absolutely love them Air Jordan 3 Knicks. But they definitely need to do a white version of these as well. And it's just funny because ain't nobody camping no. Well, people still camp for shoes, but this was a time camping was fun. Like, this was a time where you would camp for a shoe. You made memories. You met new people. You networked. Whatever the case may be. But, like, now all of that is gone. Like, I just feel like the way they have done sneakers, of course they trying to make it safer for people, but they have sucked the fun out of it as well, man. Because I feel like a lot of people have those camping memories, and this was one of the first shoes. This was the second shoe that I kept a long time for. Y'all know the Concord 11 from 2011 was actually the first. Next up, released in May 19th, 2012, we had the Air Jordan 12 Cool Grays. Now, these retail for $160. I had a pair, I want to say, 2 years ago, still dead stock. I ended up selling them. I was trying to do at one point in time, Army, I was literally just trying to get all of the cool grays, all of the bread colorways. And I'm just like, bruh, I didn't like these 12s then, and I don't like them now. And the only thing that really killed this one for me was when they put that orange on there. I'm like, why would y'all put orange on this cool gray 12? Y'all could have just made like a white, you know, Jordan tab on the side, or whatever the case may be, the Jumpman tab. But that orange just really killed it for me, and I had to get rid of them because I knew I was never going to wear them. All right, y'all. Summertime 2012. I almost want to make a phone call to my best friend, P.S. Greedy, formerly known as Greedy Fresh, because 2012 was just the summer of literally just camping. We literally camped out for dang near every shoe that dropped the summer of 2012. And I didn't even know these joints was dropping in. We got June 2nd, we had the Air Jordan 1 KO, the white, black, varsity red colorway, and then they also dropped the bread colorway and the AJ KOs. And back then these joints wasn't popular. Now these joints not popular. Like, I'm surprised that they dropped these in, because I literally had no clue that they were dropping Jordan 1 KOs back then. And Army, here's where the fun starts. Before we get too happy, man, 2012 quality and leather was trash. I'm just keeping a buck, but they had some fire that dropped the summer of 2012, and I remember that like yesterday. So June 9th, 2012, we got the Air Jordan 4 white, neutral gray, military blue. Military blues last dropped 10 years ago, and this is my pair from 10. Well, this could be my pair from 10 years ago. I'm not sure if this is my original 2012 pair, because I sold some stuff, I bought some more stuff back, but this is a 2012 pair. And I was going through a weird phase in college as far as my sneakers. Like, if it was 2012, but I knew Jordan Brand dropped the model in 2006, I was trying to go for the older models. I wanted the pairs from 2006. Like I did the same thing in 2015 when the Air Jordan 7 Hairs came out. I'm like, I don't want the 2015 pair. I want the pair from the Countdown pack. Not really thinking that, man, like the older the shoes, the more they're going to crumble, or the quicker, you know, they're going to deteriorate and things of that nature. So now I like to get the newer version of it as close to the OG as possible because they're going to be more wearable. But $160, I remember for a fact, myself and Greedy Fresh, we waited at the Foot Locker on Sibley in Dalton, Illinois. And we copped so many shoes. And it's sad that that Foot Locker is no longer open because it was just the memories. Literally camping out at 12 o'clock waiting for the stores to open up. I mean, y'all already know. It's well overdue. We need the Air Jordan 4 Military Blues ASAP. And again, since it has been 10 years, that's probably why they gave us the rendition of the Air Jordan 4 Military Blacks. But as far as Nike Air on the back of the Air Jordan 4s, we still need it. We haven't seen it since 1989. We need these joints next year, Jordan Brand, for real. Next up, released on June 23rd, 2012, was the Air Jordan 12 Obsidians. Now, shout out to my homie Sneaker Sluts, the owner of Soul Steel Soul Supremacy. He wound up gifting me this pair about a year ago. I was on this site, I'm like, dang, bro, like, I need these joints. And 2 days later, these joints is at my door, man. So, shout out to my boy Scotty, man. Again, I got majority of my PEs from my man Sneaker Sluts. I spent so much money with him that it's times that I'm on his website again and I'm like, man, bro, I ain't got them. Or, hey, bro, you got those? And he'll just throw them to me. He'll literally give me the shoe for free because I spent so much money on PEs with him over like the last 5 years. So, man, that's why I tell y'all, Army, that networking is very vital, man. Very good brother. But these, $160 was retail. I never got these on release day. I wound up picking these up like 3 years later from a deal I did on like Facebook. The pair was worn once or twice. I think it was like a 10 and a half. I wound up selling them years later. And once I did sell them, I'm like, bro, I need my size 11 and a dead stock pair. So, again, shout out to my boy Sneaker Sluts for those. The Air Jordan 12 Obsidians, we've seen some renditions of these as well. Like when they came out with the international pack, they had the 12s, and like the Obsidian Blue had like the Japan koi fish or something like that on them. I know y'all know which joints I'm talking about, but we've gotten renditions, but we haven't had the Air Jordan 12 Obsidians since 2012. And to be honest, this is one of the sneakers, just like the Air Jordan 12 Cherries, that we only seen one actual retro of the shoe since the original in the 90s. If I would have dropped this video tomorrow, it would literally have been the 10-year anniversary since the last time we've seen the Air Jordan 6 Olympics. Air Jordan 6 Olympics last dropped July 7, 2012. So I might do a special like IG post about these. Again, another one of them shoes I had to camp out in order to get. I think I worn these maybe like once or twice. And it's just crazy how we haven't gotten a pair of Air Jordan 6 or Air Jordan 7 Olympics since 2012. And if memory serves me correctly, the Air Jordan 7 Olympics should be on this list as well. Now, color blocking is just like the Carmines on here. And I want to say the person who actually made these low-key famous, I'm going to let y'all answer that. Because these came out in 2000. Mike wasn't playing when these came out. But it was a specific person. Now, I want to say he got a PE with his name right here as well, Army. I'm going to see if y'all know the person that I'm talking about. He got a lot of dope PEs with Jordan Brand, too. I'm going to just give y'all that hint. But retail was $160 on the Air Jordan 6 Olympics. And that's why I love doing these type of videos, man. It's that the memories, the nostalgia from just literally camping and buying shoes, and it was fun. I wouldn't say it was the safest time, but it was just fun. Like, if you wanted to get the joints, if you stood in line, 9 out of 10, you was going to be able to get them. If you were early enough, you was going to be able to get them. It still was some backdooring and, you know, finessing going on back then, but you still was able to cop for the most part. So we released in that same day was some Air Jordan 1 High RTTG. Now, I remember seeing images of these, but I don't know what the RTTG stands for. And as y'all can see, they started to give us more Jordan 1s in 2012 because the next year, 2013, is when they brought back the Nike Air on the tongue. So just keep that in mind. I released July 21st, 2012 was the Air Jordan 7 Olympics. Now, retail on those, I don't know why I was still holding those. Retail on those was $160. Now, again, like I said, I was in like a weird time frame when it came to buying some of these sneakers. I want to say I had the 2012 pair. I no longer have it, but I got these. I got the Air Jordan 7 Olympic, but this is the For the Love of the Games. It was just something about this For the Love of the Game stamp. This is a dead stock pair. Y'all know who I got these from. Again, shout out to my boy Sneaker Sluts. The Olympic 7s is so cold, bro. These joints is cold. Why? Why aren't we? It's the year of the 7s, for goodness sake. Like, I feel like I'm about to do like a wrestling promo right now. Like, this is the year of the 7. Why haven't we gotten like the Olympic 7s? It's been 10 years. Been 10 years since we've gotten these. And this is an OG shoe. Like, come on, bro. Like, I ain't trying to go on no soapbox, but just seeing these in hand and knowing that it's been 10 years since we've gotten these. And a lot of people trash the Retro 7s, and I feel like they trashing them because of the colorways that are being put out. Put out the Jordan 7 Olympics. Y'all supposed to be giving us the Cardinals or whatnot, but these right here would have made 2022 for me, hands down. Released August 4th, 2012, we got the Air Jordan 4 Fire Red. 2012 Air Jordans were, man, they weren't the best, man. Quality on them was not the best. And now I'm remembering the Black Friday shoe. They gave us, bro, they pretty, in this year alone, Army, as of right now, we've already seen the white cement 4s. We've seen the military blue 4s. We've seen the fire red 4s. All in 1 year. Now, none of them had Nike Air on the back. But we've seen all of these in 1 year. So it's possible for Jordan Brand to literally give us every OG colorway in a specific silhouette in 1 year. So we've seen 3 out of the 4. Just wait on it. Next up, I got to talk about these. I just got to. Let me get up again. Keep it a buck. Y'all don't put respect on these joints right here. August 4th, we got the Air Jordan 1 J2K Retro High. Wasn't a fan of those. The next two, we got the Air Jordan 7 J2Ks. We got the Obsidians, then we got the Filberts. These were $175 retail, and I couldn't find these nowhere. I went back to the Foot Locker, and Dalton was like, man, y'all getting these 7s? Nah, nobody got these 7s except Nike, I want to say. Nike probably was the only place they got these Retro 7s, and I just rocked with these. These is one of my favorite joints right here, man. One of my favorite, because they were so different. And y'all know how much I love my Retro 7s, man. I just honestly feel like people don't put the respect on these, but these joints were so rare to get back in the day, man. Like, I don't know the price on these right now, but I know that it's not a lot of these floating out here. I may have seen these at like 1 or 2 sneaker cons over like the last 4 years. Them joints was just different. Bruh, I forgot these joints dropped in 2012. I gotta get up again, y'all. Army, I guess it's easy to say that 2012 was my year. Because if you know this bag right here, this dust bag, you already know what sneakers I'm talking about. To me, one of the best packs that Jordan Brand has dropped in a long time. You got the Air Jordan GMP, not DMP, Gold Moment Pack. You got the 6s and you had the 7s. When I say I instantly rocked both of these, 7s came with black laces. I took the laces out of the 6s, put them in the 7s, and put white laces in the 6s. These joints right here was tough to get. And it was just funny because a lot of the alphas on campus was trying to get these crazy. I already knew I was straight on my pack, so they was like, bro, like, where can I get them from? Where can I get them from? I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. Ask your bros. Muggs was getting into fights over these right here. This is hands down one of my favorite packs, and I completely forgot that these dropped in 2012, but 2012 was a phenomenal year for Jordan Brand, man, for real. And we just now hit in September, like, literally, the 2012 sneakers, I pretty much still got all of those. At a Gold Moment Pack retail for $350. So basically $175 per shoe. Now, the next shoe on this list, Army, clearly y'all can tell 2012 was my year because I got majority of these sneakers still, was the Air Jordan 7 Raptors. Now, 10 years ago, we should have gotten these joints this year. There was a lot of rumors going around that we were going to get them, etc. But as of right now, we not getting these joints. And I feel like I just recently worn these not too long ago. I love my retro 7. So honestly, I feel like every 7 that dropped in 2012, I own currently. And I want to say those was a quick strike. Those wasn't everywhere. And retail was $160 on them joints. So Sneaker Files, it had no release dates for October, but I knew that the Kilroy pack dropped in October of 2012 because my boy P.S. Greedy wanted a pair of the Johnny Kilroy. So October 6th, we got the Air Jordan 9 Johnny Kilroys. Retail was $160 on the Kilroys, and the Kilroys were nice. That whole pack was decent because a week later, that whole pack of the Kilroys was nice, man, because a week later, you had the Jordan 9 Fonte Montanas. Those were $160. And then you had the Bentley Ellis that dropped on the 27th. So the whole month of October was pretty much just Air Jordan 9 Kilroys. And these joints right here, now I wish I had all of them. I did have the original Kilroys. I want to say I had the Fonte Montanas. I had the black and UNC colorway. I forget which ones those are called, because to me, that was one of the coldest colorways that they did put out for these joints. Jumping to November, we see that they had the Air Jordan 9 white, black, photo blue. I remember these, but I liked it the B grade pair better. And I'm not sure if the B grade pair dropped in 2012 or was it like the following year that we seen those, but the B grade pair had a blacked out outsole, and to me it just made it cleaner because that white kind of threw it off. We had the Air Jordan 9 Motorboat Jones, again part of that Kilroy pack. To be honest, probably the best colorway of the Kilroy pack, the hardest to find and the most expensive as well. It was just something about an all red Jordan back in 2012 that just had everybody going crazy. And y'all see that they hit us with the Air Jordan 9 Chili Reds this year, but they were a little bit close to the Air Jordan 9 Motorboats. But ain't nothing like the Air Jordan 9 Motorboats, except the Willie 9s. And those dropped November 3rd. The following week, I did have the Air Jordan 9 Calvin Baileys. I had those as well, and those were part of the Kilroy pack. That whole Kilroy pack was nice. If you holding on to the Kilroy pack, or if you got it, that is a nice collector piece to have. I honestly need to go back and try to grab all of the sneakers from the Kilroy pack because it was a dope pack. Now I know for a fact the next shoe was a quick strike, and these joints dropped on November 17, 2012, and it was an Air Jordan 9 Olives. We haven't seen a Jordan 9 Olives since 2012. Retail was $160 on these joints. But for those who do like the olives, we are getting a rendition of them. Instead of having the red, they are throwing Concord purple on these joints. I still feel like a lot of people are gonna grab them, but they still should have hit us with the OGs first. And here we go. Black Friday 2012, we have the Air Jordan 4 Breads. Now, we literally got every OG colorway in the Air Jordan 4s in one year. Bread 4s was crazy for Black Friday. I was able to secure my personal pair. And to be honest, out of all of the retro 4s that dropped that year, I would say the Black Cement 4s was probably the closest to the OGs. And it's my favorite Air Jordan 4 OG of all time anyway, so it was definitely good to have had these back in 2012 on campus. Now, dropping the day after Black Friday, November 24, 2012 for $160. And these were the joints I was talking about. We got the Air Jordan 9 Slim Jenkins, and these are also from that Kilroy pack. So I had the Slim Jenkins, the Fonte Montanas, the Kilroys, and I had the Motorboat Jones. So I was missing like one or two from that pack. Oh no, Army, I think that we gotta give 2012 the crown so far. Cause dropped November 30th, 2012, we got the Air Jordan 9 DBs. Still in my top 5 DBs of all time. These joints were just clean. Clean. This was a very expensive shoe. Probably the most expensive shoe of 2012 was the Air Jordan 9 DBs. Because again, Nike exclusive, not everywhere had them, and a lot of people wanted them. So the demand was there. It was limited, and you had 3 of them on it. You know, you had the code designs for it. This is when DB was DB, man. Like, from the 4s, the 3s, the 9s, the 5s, the 6s, the 7s, like, DBs were fire. They were more wearable then, if I can say that. Now, dropped December 1st, 2012, we had the Air Jordan 1 High Gorge Green. Now, we are getting the Jordan 1 Gorge Green this year, but it's closer to like the Air Jordan 1 Bordeaux that we seen, and it's closer like the Air Jordan 1 Midnight Navies. Now, these were nicknamed the Jordan 1 Gucci's because it had that black, red, and green in it. And again, this is a time when nobody was buying Jordan 1 highs. Now, released December 15th, retail was $160. We got the Air Jordan 9 Cool Grays. So it's been 10 years since we've seen the Air Jordan 9 Cool Grays as well. These joints were just clean. You had that patent leather, you had that nice nubuck, just like on the Air Jordan 11 Cool Grays. These joints were clean, and I will say that the Air Jordan 9 Cool Grays definitely need to make a comeback, because I feel like, one, a lot of people rock with 9s, and two, a lot of people like the Cool Gray colorway. Now, all of 2012 was loving. It delivered. It was a great year. And when we heard what Air Jordan 11 we were going to get, the world went crazy. Now, we're going to go back to 2009 with the Space Jams, with the dope box that we got for the Space Jams. Heck, let's even go to 2010 for the Cool Grays with the dope slide-out box for the Cool Grays. Heck, let's even go a year prior to the dope slide-out box that we got with the Concords. 2012 Brand 11 release was so disappointing, y'all. I thought it was going to be better, because if you had the countdown pack, you knew that the 23 on the back, it rubbed off after a couple wears. So when we got the 2012 pair of Air Jordan 11 Brands, we were happy until we seen that the joints came in the regular box that we got throughout the entire year, and they gonna give us the slide out box, you know, little film top. I don't understand why Jordan Brand did us like that year. Y'all delivered the entire 2012, but y'all missed with the 2012 Brand 11s, the biggest shoe of the year. Now, them joints sold out, but they did us dirty with these, y'all. Straight up did us dirty. Retail was $180 on the Air Jordan 11 Breads, and I wore these joints so much in college. And the crazy thing is, when we got the 2019 pair of the Breads, I went ahead and let Chicago Bulls point guard Kobe White autograph my other shoe. He autographed the right shoe. Soon as he got signed with the Bulls, that was his rookie year, I want to say. And I went ahead and took these joints off and actually let him sign it, because I wore it to his signing. And I doubled up on the 2019 pair, so I knew like I wasn't going to rock the 2012 pair anymore. And we're going to end off 2012 with the last drop, December 22, 2012, and we got the Air Jordan 4 Thunders. Now, we got the Lightnings last year. We may get the Thunders next year. Who knows? We may be getting the Air Jordan 4 Thunders. But to be honest, I rock with the Thunders a lot more than the Air Jordan 4 Lightnings. That black with that yellow mixture together. These is just a fire Air Jordan 4, man. I actually might go ahead and dust these joints off and throw these on feet soon, man. These joints were clean. And this is the shoe to end off 2012. So, Army, you guys have seen all of the releases for the year 2012. Let me know some of your top drops for the year 2012. Let me know as of right now. If you've been keeping up with all of my videos, I'm going to try to get back to making these once a week like I was doing. If y'all think 2012 was the best year, let me know in the comment section below. If you feel like it's a year that's been better than 2012 previously, let me know what year y'all think. But I'm going to say you crazy. 2012, as of right now, has had the most fire by Army. It was fun doing this video. Granted, it took me about an hour to film. It took me about 2 hours to edit. It took me about like another hour and a half for the video to render. So these videos be a total of like 5 hours of my day, Army. So make sure y'all watching them. Make sure y'all hitting that thumbs up. Make sure y'all sharing for the memories. Army, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. And other than that, you got your boy Unbreakable. You got the Unbreakable Vault. Unbreakable Army stand strong like always. Most importantly, hug your loved ones and of course remain humble. And we out.
I hit Unbreakable for the uses. He the plug, call him when I need him. These old's tough, but he get him easy. Yours old, him first season. Them most beefy, looking like 2 lefts. 2 less, cause your ass taking nail.